Bro, tell me about, like, how do you feel when you see him pulling them black forces?
Oh, yeah, like, when I see, yeah. So then, yeah. I don't know when, I don't really notice his shoe game, like, most times, but, like.
We'll notice his attitude.
When I see him pull up with black Air Forces, I'm like, oh, he's on one today. Like, you know, like, it's about that time.
For sure.
Man. Don't nobody say nothing.
This podcast is by the players for the people. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week. Look, here we are. We're about to give our takes, our picks on this week, on what's going on in college football and NFL. So we're going to get right into it. Coming out with Georgia, Ole Miss.
Georgia.
No, here's the thing, though. Like, the way college football is going,
Georgia.
Everybody's getting got, right?
Yeah, but they're not getting got this game, Georgia.
But I don't know. I mean, bro, it depends which Ole Miss team shows up. Because Ole Miss shows some good flashes to me this year. I would love to see, and I feel like I like Lane Kiffin, bro. Lane Kiffin is the biggest troll in college football. I don't know if he's following him on Twitter, but bro is absolutely hilarious. So just for sake, I would love to see Ole Miss mix it up. Because then, similar to what's happening in ACC right now, if Georgia loses, I don't really know what the SEC playoff picture looks like or SEC championship picture looks like now. Because then you get into matchups, head-to-heads. To me, that'd be fun. So I'll, just for sake of like mixing up, I'd love to see Ole Miss somehow pull out a dub. And it ain't crazy. They almost lost Kentucky.
I'm not saying Ole Miss is boots. You feel me? But just what you're saying, Georgia also knows, we can't fold. You feel me? Right. We folded once. You know what I mean?
You got one mulligan.
Yeah, exactly. We folded once. Let's tighten up. Let's keep this game rolling. We number 2. We don't want to be number 2. You feel me? Georgia knows that just as well as everybody knows, man, it would be kind of dope to see Ole Miss win. Yeah, well, Georgia's thinking, well, hell no.
You said spread's 2.5. I think whoever wins is going to win by more than that. I don't think it's going to be that close of a game.
I don't think so either.
Whoever wins is going to win by more than touchdown to me.
Probably by at least 10.
10.
Probably by at least 10. Yeah. Georgia.
Let's see what Georgia does, man.
Now, an actual interesting matchup in the SEC this weekend.
Facts.
I was actually supposed to be there. I was supposed to go to this game. It's Alabama LSU. That right there is going to be loud, action-packed, and there's going to be a whole lot of stats and memes coming from that game.
It's a lot on the line, too, because I feel like whoever loses this game is out, like, for sure.
Yes.
Because you got to look.
Yes.
Whoever wins this game is going to crack it's either going to stay in the 12 or crack the 12. Whoever loses this game is out. And so
that's a great point. It's 11-14. Y'all both of those teams, like y'all supposed to be nice, but how nice are you? You feel
me?
And now they're playing each other, and they're playing right down there in Death Valley, a very loud stadium, by the way, very loud. And it's like with Bama, like you said about Ole Miss, which version of Bama are we gonna get?
For sure.
You feel me?
No, for sure.
Which version are we gonna see?
I'm excited. Like I said, that's going to be fun to watch just because no matter rankings, that's always going to be a dope game where those teams match up. But I do think that this is like whoever wins, you keep your destiny alive. Whoever loses, chalk it up. You're not going to the playoffs, buddy.
Basically. I will be very – unless this – I can't even say unless. I was going to say unless this come down to like a, Auburn's going to win the football game. You know what I'm saying? Unless it come down to one of those type of wrap-ups. But nah, you're right. 11-14 – only got 12 slots. They can't all be SEC teams. Right. I do feel like whoever loses this game they can't make a case for making the playoffs.
Well, because you got to think too. There's also like Georgia's still ranked. I think Texas is still in the top 12. So you got 2 or 3 teams that include. So you only one. Whoever plays an SEC championship, whoever loses that game still gets into me. Unless it's a blowout.
Exactly.
You get one more SEC team. They're you get one more SEC team, like which is literally them. Either Bama or LSU who gets a crack in. And then, so we'll see. Michigan versus Indiana. It's crazy to see Michigan not ranked, which is nuts.
Immediately, too. Like you was brand spanking new off a natty.
Of a natty.
Like, wow. Not an appearance. Brand spanking new off a natty. And you come out not even ranked. You got your starting running back on the cover of the most anticipated video game. And the last time I seen him was on the cover of the video game. So I'm not sure what's going on over there in the big house. It's actually my favorite team. I don't know if you knew that. Michigan's my favorite college football team. Yeah, Michigan's my favorite college football team.
Bro, on that note, look, let's get into that. I mean, really, I think NCAA should do a mid-season or in the regular season rendition of who's hot. They should update the cover. Because most games, honestly, Bro, you know, people, if you buy disc for the game, I think people still do buy disc. I buy all my joints online. Bro, just update the cover.
Yeah.
You need to put
the thumbnail. Change the thumbnail.
Change the Instagram
Change the thumbnail. That's a fact. Because like they updating the players' rankings and stuff, like their attributes. They're updating their ratings. That's the word I'm looking for. They update their ratings.
Genty, yeah, we need to do some AI swaps. Ashton Genty, he need to be on the cover.
Right.
Keep Travis. Who it was Quinn.
Definitely.
It was Quinn, Travis, and Donovan Edwards.
It was Quinn, Travis, and Edwards. They need to go ahead and do Travis, Genty, and probably Cam
Moore. I like that. Look, here we are.
They can do their own poses. You heard? They can do their own poses. Travis will be on there with the Heisman. Genty will be standing there like this, and Cam will be on there like that.
I swear. Look. We put this out there. Look here. Y'all need to go. They can do it at their own facilities. They need to send in a new rendition to cover. You need to put them 3 on the front because that is how I remember NCAA 2025. You need to update the cover.
It just didn't play out that way.
Yeah, it didn't play out that way.
It did not play out. And even Buddy at Ohio State. Where's he at? Buddy with that vicious spin move.
I ain't seen that spin move.
You know what I'm talking about?
He not having a bad year, but he ain't playing like that. He
was that spin move.
He was a cheat code.
Arguments.
All right, let's get into Indiana, Michigan. I think it's dope that Indiana's playing well because they've had a good program for the last couple of years. Kind of under the radar because they always lose the big games to like Michigan, Ohio State, and they got Ohio State at the end of the year. Yeah, I think they get the dub. Which is so crazy because traditionally, think about Michigan is always like the favorite in these games going into playing a team like Indiana, but the fact Indiana's the favorite and they're ranked. So we'll see, man. Like I said, that's college football.
Welcome, Oklahoma quarterback Jackson Arnold to the GOAT Farm Show. Shout out to my boy for being named the GLD Performance of the Week.
Honor your performance. GLD is hooking you up with a GOAT chain as well as a number 11 and the Oklahoma chain for the boy. So shout out to the boy.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. Tell Maine to kick rocks. I went to New Hampshire. That was our rival.
That's awesome. Did y'all play up there ever?
Oh, I mean, shit. New Hampshire and Maine was only like 30 minutes away, so it was just as cold.
No way. Damn.
Man, let's get back on track, man. How are you and your team feeling heading into this game?
A big win last week. It was good for us to get back on that win train. I'm obviously had some adversity these past couple of weeks, so getting on that win train's been good. Obviously, Mizzou's a really good team. Got a good test against us, but I'm confident in me and the boys' ability.
So, how Luther looking?
Looks good. And I don't watch defensive film, or I guess their offensive film, but he's their best receiver. Obviously a really good player. Gonna have our hands full with that one.
We appreciate you coming on. Shout out again for getting that GLD Player of the Week, man. Good luck this weekend. Stay healthy.
Appreciate you.
Let's get into this NFL games real quick. Steelers versus Commanders.
I do think there's going to be a sneaky matchup, but the way Jaden Daniels and the Commanders are playing right now, bro, I would love – that's a team I'm rallying behind. To me, that's my Colorado in the NFL right now. Like, I'm really rallying behind the Commanders.
Bro, speaking of – this is a take two. How many players have had seamless transition from college to the league as he has at quarterback? I'm trying to recall like the last like rookie. Maybe it was.
Honestly, Lamar, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Lamar ain't changed at all. They was all, you're not gonna be able to do that in the league. Shit, me, he got better.
Yeah. So probably Lamar. He might be, to me, he's had the most seamless transition from college to the league as Lamar Jackson. That's, to me, those are the two guys I can remember. Because you got to think, bro. Bro, fresh off a Heisman. Fresh off a Heisman.
Brand spanking.
Fresh off a Heisman.
Went number 2, went out there and beat the person drafted ahead of him. You know what I mean?
He doing everything. Then he playing in, the whole DC behind him right now. So like I said, what Jay and Day is doing is special, unprecedented. I think that, man, they're rolling. Same time, come off the bye week. I feel like the Steelers are hungry, bro. I feel like they got a chance to really have like a special year. And I think I'm going to take the Steelers, though, honestly.
That's cool.
I feel like it's going to be a close game, though. I think close.
No, I definitely think that's going to be a good game to watch. But I'll tell you this. If it hasn't already been solidified, if the Commanders win this game, nobody else better not even show up as a nominee for Rookie of the Year. Respectfully.
Yeah.
Like, don't even tell us the finalists. Don't even do that.
It need to be like when you vote, when you go do the ballot, you need to just say like one person. You just click. It don't need to say, or you can write somebody in, but as far as somebody who when it says Rookie of the Year, it needs to be just click Jaden Daniels. It don't need to be nothing else.
It don't even need to be an option, bro. Just leave it right there in bold. Jaden
Right.
Daniels decided. Come on, what are we doing?
You get one option. You just get the chance to participate. Click. Lions versus Texans.
Lions. The Lions, honestly, are
Fun
arguably
team,
the
bro.
best team in football right now.
Fun team to watch too. I think they're just fun to watch, bro. I think Jared Goff's playing out of his mind. The defense is playing good. The head coach is he's like
Electric.
dude. Electric. Somebody you want to run through
Electric.
the
Bro's
wall
one of
for.
the boys for real. Like I feel like he one of the
swear.
boys.
I swear.
I can really see him doing a cake stand in the locker room. Like, he's one of the dudes. I feel like he the type to invite the team over and throw something on the grill for real.
I do think it's just like gonna be a big game for CJ Stroud. Thinking about just if he can get this dub, it's a big game for him. But I think that, but the Lions have been so bad for so long that I just think that they deserve abundance of years of success for all
They do.
So I'm just
They do.
keep pouring on them. The football guys just keep pouring. I feel like let the Lions roll, man.
And then they came so close last year, and even once they lost, the coach kind of even put a staple on it and was like, "Man, they're gonna be ready for us next year. They're not gonna be sleeping on us next year." And they still coming out putting their foot down. They going all the way out to Lambeau in the rain, slipping and sliding. Both of your both of your Sonic and Knuckles running backs is doing their thing, and then Amon-Ra St. whatever the hell, I'm not even going to try to say his name. And I'm getting flustered thinking about it, bro. I had doing a headstand. Like, come on, man. The Lions is figuring it out for real.
Some OG supervision. Look, I'm going to put this out there. Now, I'm let y'all know now. To do that celebration, it takes a nice load of abdominal strength. Now, I don't want to see no kids getting carted off because your neck ain't strong enough. You ain't been doing your neck raises. You gonna try to
throw a little disclaimer in there.
Look, you gonna try to do your celebration and your body ain't gonna hold up. That celebration actually takes a lot of strength. So
there's gonna be some of them youth kids trying to do it. Them boys ain't nothing but equipment. They gonna be trying to do a headstand. They ain't even go. Oh,
you go tip right over. But yeah, we'll see, man. Exciting week once again, college football and NFL, and excited to see how everything plays out.
Wait, who do you got though? You told me.
Oh, the game?
You was being biased. You didn't tell me who you actually got because CJ Stroud coming in this without Diggy. Don't forget that.
I'm taking Lions, bro. I would be fooled. Okay. I feel like what they got, they just rolling. They on a roll. So I'm going Lions. I wouldn't be surprised they went out and get. They need to
just go play the Chiefs already. That's the game I want to sit down and watch.
Just fast forward to that game.
Yeah, they need to just go over there and go play them.
Today we got a good guest. Look, we always got a good guest. You know what I'm saying? That's what we try to do on the show. We got a good guest. Plays for maybe one of the best fan bases in the NFL. Also play the one that probably, I say blue collar colleges, you know what I'm saying? Just one of the premier colleges in college football. But today we're joined by tight end. I feel like young, up and coming superstar, Pat Freiermuth. We got him in the building. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up, guys? Appreciate you having me on for sure.
Yeah, for sure. We appreciate you coming on here, man. Very interesting time for the Steelers this year, huh?
Yeah, right. It's
definitely different.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Definitely. I feel like ever since Roethlisberger left, the Steelers quarterback situation has been very interesting.
Yes. It's been fun, though.
But, I mean, even before you get to the league, let's go back to the Penn State days.
Yeah, bro. Really just tell me, one, what made you go to Penn State? You know, like I feel like obviously, was it the whiteout? You know what I'm saying? What was it that kind of drew you in and made you commit?
I was getting recruited earlier in high school, so I took my visits early, and Coach Franklin was there from the start, really, and he showed a lot of interest in me when I went to camp and stuff, and he believed in me, and when I started getting more offers, I kind of wanted to get rid of the process early. Wasn't too big into it and stuff like that, so I visited Penn State and Syracuse and fell in love with Penn State and decided that was the school for me, and the rest is history.
That might have been the simplest recruiting process I've ever heard.
Man, it was literally that. I went to Notre Dame, Syracuse, Penn State, and then back to Syracuse, back to Penn State, and done with it.
It's let's do it.
yeah, fast.
So what do you think about the kids nowadays? I'm not sure if you see how these guys will commit and decommit to every other day. It's like they flip a coin and say, not feeling today.
Yeah, nah, seriously. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the whole, college, the state college sports are in. I think I do agree, from my time there, I felt like I should have definitely been paid a little more, but, I think it's cool to kind of still be, in that college lifestyle. The goal, your goal is like growing up, you go to high school, you go to college, you work your way into the NFL, you work your way into that wealth. Some of these kids are 17, 18 and they're making six figures, and it's kind of like, damn, like, Do they really know what are they? Do they trust someone? Are they with someone that they can trust with the money? All that kind of stuff. There's a bunch of factors that play into it, but it's good to an extent, but it just ruins the love of the game, in my opinion, because you get these guys who are just looking for the biggest check, and as opposed to really working your ass off in college and then being successful in the league and get paid then.
No, I agree, bro. I think it's the same. Like, I think it's twofold because like we both played, like all of us played big time schools at some point. There's always a couple guys you think of that were superstars in college that made the program millions of dollars. Like, I could think about a couple guys at Clemson that were like superstars in college, who you would have banked on them going to the league and having a 5, 10 year, 15 career, and they didn't pan out. And so I'm thankful now that some of these guys do get some bread from contributing to like the massive college football, like everything that goes into it. So but I think it's definitely, you said, it's twofold. Like, I think it is, the game has changed. There needs to be some wisdom around how to navigate it, and honestly how to protect the love of the game, the beauty of the sport we all love. But I do like that some guys are getting a piece of the pie now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I know the seminars is probably going crazy though, because you got to think we was getting hit with all kinds of seminars and assemblies, and we wasn't even getting paid. I know they probably getting sitting down with academic advisors, financial advisors. It's probably crazy now. What you was about to touch on, like guys are just going to where they're getting paid the most. Something like that, they might go to a school just for the money, but they might miss out on a real tradition at another school. So what are some of those unique traditions at Penn State that you don't think any other school could have matched? Like, no matter the check.
Yeah, man. I think it's just honestly like thinking back, like going into games on the classic blue buses, got the fans like driving through the tailgate, got the fans cheering you on. Obviously for the uniform, we don't have our names on the back. Our uniforms are very basic. I think that's just kind of talking about, shows the representation of, what it means to be a Penn State alum, and, the pride of the university. We're all one together. Everyone's got each other's back. So I think that's the coolest part that brought me to Penn State. And I don't think that, regardless of the whole NIL stuff, like, I don't think that's ever going to change. Like a program like Penn State, like, it's not going to change its ways because of the new era.
For sure. Tell me about this. I mean, obviously, most notable, I know I always want to somehow play Penn State. We were in different conferences, but tell the people who have never experienced a whiteout what it's like.
Man, it's sweet. Being a part of a whiteout, you hear 110, 111K people screaming your name. You got every first down's going crazy, every touchdown, every sack. I mean, it's just it's wicked crazy to see like the timeouts that people have to take because of it, the full starts. I mean, I think my freshman year or second year, we caused Michigan to have like 6 or 7 plus full starts, and that's kind of unheard of. So it's a dope environment.
You got any favorite moments, or like just from your career, like favorite moments of just you remember when you think about Penn State days?
Yeah,
the moment you always hold with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think about beating Michigan my sophomore year in the whiteout. Catching a touchdown. My first touchdown ever was in a whiteout against Ohio State. So there's just been cool moments. I scored 3 touchdowns in the game against Michigan State in the rain, which is it was cool. I mean, I had a lot of cool moments, but those are probably my top 3, my favorite 3.
You set the all-time TD records at tight end as a junior, and you broke it.
Shit got broke.
got broke. Immediately.
Wasn't there for long.
But that's what records are for, though. How'd you feel to get your record broke?
Man, I was happy for him. Tyler was a freshman when I was there. And just seeing his growth, he came in as a high school quarterback, converted tight end, so he was still adjusting the position. But we knew like he was going to be really good once he figured it out. So I'm happy that they're utilizing him. And my argument though is he had 5.5 years and I only had 2.5. So
yeah, you got to put it in there. Look, yeah, right.
I'm happy for him, but that's all I gotta say.
Fair enough.
That's got to be bittersweet. Gotta be bittersweet.
That's a good way to put it. All right, look, we asked before we get to pro days. Yeah. AJ, we asked every guest, if you played at a big school, we need your Mount Rushmore of just all time. Penn State got some guys now.
I'm gonna go with Lamar Arrington, just because he started LBU and he was a dog. I'm gonna go with Saquon. Obviously, no one could stop him in college.
Especially after this week.
Facts. That was crazy. Allen Robinson, because I think he put Penn State back on the map with that, that for overtime reception, going overtime when they beat Michigan whiteout. There's a lot. I'll go with Trace McSorley. Winning Big Ten championship. So I'll go with Trace.
Is that recency bias? You take him over Hack?
I'm not getting answering that question.
No, that's a solid four. That's a solid four for
They're
sure.
both good quarterbacks.
Solid
No,
four.
but I have to go with Trace just because he won a Big Ten championship.
That's fair. It's a fair answer right there.
Look, GG's. Talk about. You obviously went back to the game. Didn't go y'all's way, but how was being back in the?
It was dope,
in the
man.
city?
Just being back. That was my first time being back since I left. Just seeing the fans, be able to experience the tailgate, be able to experience seeing the blue buses pull up on the other's perspective, and being in that stadium, not on the sideline. It was bittersweet. It was cool. It was cool for me to be a fan. I got to experience the highs and the lows of the games in a different way, which was a unique perspective. But it was fun. It was fun.
So, like, coming out of that game, what were your takes of the Penn State team and the direction of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think I saw something on Twitter before the game, like they're kind of just playing with house money because they lose. Yeah, it sucks. You lost to Ohio State, but you still only have one loss. Your schedule on the back end of the season is pretty favorable. So I think it's a good thing for them. I wish they would have won, but they have to be able to adjust. And I think since I've been there, we've always had that like a tough loss to Ohio State or Michigan, and then we dropped a loss to a team we shouldn't have lost to. So if they can get back on track, go into the playoffs with only one loss, I think they have good opportunity to do some noise in the playoffs.
No, that's exciting, bro. Like you said, I feel like even Coach Franklin, I feel like y'all's program has always been like right there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's like I mean, obviously every year y'all rank, and then you got like somebody else in the Big Ten who's either Ohio State, Michigan,
Absolutely.
and now you bring in more teams. So I think it's definitely exciting. And also, to me, how you feel about 12-team playoff? Because now you like you said, in the past, y'all wouldn't get a shot. But now, teams like you guys, who strong fan base, it could be fun times to get into that 12.
Yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good for the sport. Obviously more money for universities and stuff, and being able to host a playoff game, like that's cool. And anytime you can create a competitive tournament, it's always going to bring in viewership, and especially at the college level where there's so much pride, and mainly the bigger universities are going to make it. So, going to be a lot of cool atmospheres. I think it's good for the teams that are just on that cusp that any given Saturday you can beat a team, and so I think there's going to be a lot of competitive games, and I mean I still think you're going to see the top dogs, but you're going to maybe allow for a year with maybe a big upset, which is always exciting for sports.
For sure. Before we move on again, if you were, I don't know if you get any word. I'd be hearing the words at the school I went to, but if you were at Penn State right now, having the seasons you had, what do you think your NIL check would look like?
God damn. I don't even know. Like, knowing me, like,
I know you be hearing numbers though. You got to.
Yeah.
I be hearing. I'm like, and sometimes I'm like, is it worth the investment? But what do you think? Give me a ballpark.
I don't know. I'd probably make around I don't know, anywhere from 300 to 500K. I guess. I don't know. I don't really know how like. I know some dudes are making ridiculous amount of money, which is crazy, but I don't know. I wouldn't put myself in that category.
They getting hush money, man.
Yeah,
for real. Some of them I see getting paid. I'm like, I ain't even see you post no ad. Like, what was the brand deal at? You getting paid hush money for real.
No, seriously.
And y'all got a deep alumni base, so I can only imagine. I know Penn State.
Exactly, bro. And Penn State ain't nothing but the school, bro. To get to Penn State, you drive for 3 hours and then boom, university. Like, come on. And if you over there, you go into a Penn State game, man. I remember when I drove to Penn State, I followed the same car all the way from Philly. It was crazy. It was crazy. I was like, bro, I'm still here? That was crazy.
Let's close out on James Franklin. For people, I mean, obviously, I think he's a legendary coach. But just any give me your initial thoughts on Coach Franklin, and then I don't know if there's any stories that come to your mind when you think about him.
He is a fiery side to him. He's not afraid to express it. I mean, I think that's cool, and you can see the man side of him. He's cool. He always has his players' best interests. I think he does a really good job of getting everyone to buy in. He runs a tough program, and I think it's good. It's cool to see. Like, I feel like you can see this in every program, but I think with Coach Franklin, I feel like you see a majority around the whole program where you can see the growth of guys when you come in with and see them growing and to become a man, which is really cool to see and be a part of. And I think he does a really good job of setting up people that may not be fortunate enough to make it to the NFL with good opportunities. And then football, I think he pushes us every single day. He runs, like I said, runs a good culture. He has a lot of good staff members around him. I think this playoff's going to be really good for Penn State. Like what we talked about before, being able to get in and make some noise and get some big time wins in that situation. And I know he's been getting a lot of flake right now. With not being able to win the big game or beat Ohio State, and it just takes time. Penn State was down for a little bit, but we're right there. We just gotta break through, and I think he's the guy to do it. I mean, I don't think people are saying fire him. Who else are you gonna hire? You know what I mean? Like
that's what I was
you're
saying.
I
was hearing some chants in the tunnel.
You're at such a good spot right now that there's you're gonna risk. You're always gonna the floor is what we're at now. Why are you gonna risk that? You know what I mean? So I think he's in a really good spot.
That's a fact. I was hearing the chants in the tunnel. They was chanting to fire him. So I just started paying a little closer attention and, just searching some hashtags on TikTok and stuff. And I seen that. That's how I came across that one clip when that fan was heckling him. And then he was like, "What's your name?" And people was in the comments like, "Oh, what are you going to go tell on him?" So I was wondering, but since you played with him, you kind of know him a lot better than the average scroller. What do you think he really was finna say to him when he was like, "What's your name?" And the security told the kid to walk away before he got to finish his point. But where do you think he was headed with that?
I don't really know, to be honest. I think from a certain aspect, he was just kind of, trying to ask the dude like, "Hey, what's your name?" to meet him and be like, "Listen, I'm a human being too." Like, I think it was what fans forget and their frustration, which is what you love part of the game. You love the good times, the bad times. I love. I don't love it, obviously, but it motivates me when I hear fans like that. So I'm sure it's a motivation factor for him, but I think he just wanted to do it, just kind of showcase, listen, I have a family, his friends, his daughters are right there. So it's tough for his daughters to see. So I think he was just trying to put a human aspect side to it. But it's a tough situation.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's just something I was wondering because as soon as he asked the kid his name, everyone in the comments was like, "Oh, he's gonna go try to get the kid kicked out of school." And I'm looking at it.
He's not doing that.
I'm looking at it I really do it's like a cliffhanger. I'm like, where was he going head with that?
Nah, he's not the type to listen. If he has an issue with you, he's gonna tell you right to your face. Tell you that much.
That's a fact.
Obviously, he's direct. I feel like you went from very you know what I'm saying, about it coach to the next super about his business. How is it? One, how's it being
immediately?
That's what I'm saying. How is it playing for the Steelers?
And then down the block too. Down the block.
I'm very fortunate with I have the support, the passion from Penn State. That's only 2 hours away from Pittsburgh. So just seeing that support in both places, it's wicked cool. I felt at home right when I got to Pittsburgh just because of the alumni base in Pittsburgh from Penn State. So it was wicked cool. And then I said,
that boy you from New England, ain't you?
Yeah, so it's a quick flight too.
Yeah, I can hear that wicked. I'm like, oh, you gotta be from New England. Wicked. That's the third time he done slipped that in there.
Yeah, facts. But no, it's just I've been blessed to be part of two organizations that the coaches are really strict. Have a really strong culture, and you got to be a team player to be a part of it and be successful, which I've been about. So. It's been I've been super fortunate, and Coach T and Coach Franklin share a lot of similarities, but I think Coach T is a little more blunt about it and making you know that this is a business.
Look, talk about Coach Tomlin because
which is why we're successful.
No facts, 1,000%, bro. Tell me about how do you feel when you see him pulling them black forces? Because you know what I'm saying, from my end,
when I see so I don't know when I don't really notice his shoe game most times, but
you gonna notice his attitude.
When I see him pull up with black Air Forces, I'm like, oh, he's on one today. It's about that time.
For sure.
Man. Don't nobody say nothing.
Facts.
That's good. That's good. But now, moving out of Penn State, now we're officially Pittsburgh Steelers now. 2024. We're just gonna skip through the whole rookie and all that. Welcome to the NFL. We're gonna skip to right now. Talk to me. How you feeling? Where's your head at?
Feel great, man. Coming off the bye week. We put ourselves in a really favorable situation going into the back half of the year. We have a gauntlet though. We have all 6 of our division games. We have Philly, Kansas City, and we got Washington this upcoming week. So we got a definitely challenging schedule. But the cool thing is some places or some organizations or whoever might look at it and make excuses or fear away from it. And I think the cool thing is it's an opportunity for us to showcase who we really are. We're a 6-2 football team going to the back half of the year, and I think a lot of guys are really motivated to continue this success, and I think everyone's on the same page. So it's a great opportunity for us for sure.
Because on that same note, man, just talk about y'all 6-2, and the fact that Coach T's never had a losing season. How much pride do you take in that as a player?
Take a lot of pride. I think it was my second year, maybe. I think we started off 2-6, and
y'all fought back. I remember.
I'm saying that's got to be a lot of pressure too. You take pride.
Yeah, so it was we were talking I think no one really talked about it, but in my mind I was I can't be a part of the team, the first team that coach. You know what I mean? So I think coach in some places, some teams might pull apart from that. We need new coach or something like that. But I think the culture is so strong in Pittsburgh where it's we have his back. We're gonna come closer together to make sure this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was definitely nerve-wracking that year, but I mean, it's a credit to him. It's a credit to him where he's always put a team in position to win and get into playoffs.
Yeah, something I think that's dope by him is he's kind of got one of the most interesting stories right now with the quarterback position battle and opinions and everything. And then he made a kind of drastic decision and didn't. I feel unless I missed it, I feel like he didn't even really address it. It just happened. We talked about it. Everyone's like, "Oh, that was weird," and then you keep winning games and nobody talks about it anymore. So what has that locker room kind of been like? Because you got to figure you got 2 starting caliber quarterbacks. They might be having their own leadership battle, and it's now who were you all looking to lead the locker room?
Yeah, I mean, I think we have such a good veteran presence already with Cam, TJ, Mink. Not calling myself a vet, but I've been there for 4 years now. We got
Najee. Check that contract saying vet in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you on a contract, so you a vet.
You better call yourself a vet.
Najee's been there 4 years. We got Dan Moore's been there a couple years. So we got some older guys on offense, and I think we really stepped it up leadership wise. But I think everyone was on the same page the whole entire time. And I think, like I said, we all trust Coach T. We all trust Art Smith. We all trust our position coaches. Where we feel they're gonna put who in who they feel is gonna give us the best chance to win. And when Russ went down, Justin came in and got us to 4-2, and he was balling and he was making a bunch of plays. And when I think they went to Russ, it wasn't really, we weren't there wasn't any mumblings or what the hell are we doing? Da da da. I think everyone just trusted Coach T. Justin, it couldn't have gone as smooth as it did if Russ and Justin didn't handle it the way that they handled it. Justin wasn't grabbing some guys, Russ wasn't grabbing some guys and creating a divide. I think everyone was in it for the bigger picture of, we all want the same goal, and we all want to make some noise in the playoffs and win a Lombardi. So I think they put the team first, which is a huge credit to them and a huge credit to everyone on the team.
I think it's cool even you say that because, obviously Russ is on the back half of his career who wants to finish strong, and Justin who has such a bright future, even through his shortcomings up until this point, just with Chicago, but now he's shown he can play in this league for a very long time. One kind of 2-part question. Take the first one first, which is because obviously anybody who knows the locker room, bro, that Justin could have handled this a lot worse, and it could have caused a lot more division in the team. He could have said something to the media, but to me, he's handled himself with class. But obviously, you've seen it firsthand. So, just what would you say to people that don't get to see Justin day to day and how he's handled everything?
Yeah, Justin has come in since day one and worked his ass off. He knew the opportunity, that he had, and he took it and ran with it. He showed up every single day, ready to work, pushing guys, leading his own way, getting acclimated to the team. And I think he handled it great. And I think, like I said, a lot of guys would have been upset, and he probably was upset, but, he didn't come into work any type of way different. Russ was starting, and he came in that first thing Wednesday morning meeting, helping, Russ and helping everyone else, telling us what he sees on film and stuff. So, yeah, Justin's been great, man. And listen, we're going to need both to win at some point in the season. It's a long season, injuries happen, all that kind of stuff. So the fact that we have 2 starter capable quarterbacks, it's a blessing in disguise.
It's kind of giving Jalen Hurts and Tua vibes at Alabama.
Absolutely.
It's kind of giving that vibe.
And they both worked out. You know, that's what I think. It's always going to work out for the good guys, and I feel they're both good guys. What would you tell the people? Because I mean, like I said, also contrary is like Russ could have handled the situation a lot differently leading up to him getting his moment. So I'm just curious. Like I said, like obviously what you said about Justin, but what would you say about Russ that people did get to see day to day, or what you've seen day to day?
Yeah, just he had a calf and a soft tissue injury is one of those annoying things because you could wake up one day feeling great and then you could tweak it a little bit and set you right back. So seeing the frustration that he went through, and I can tell it was frustrating him. Our lockers were next to each other, but there wasn't a day that he didn't show up with his best effort, even if it was rehabbing or being involved in meetings and all that kind of stuff. He was there every single day, ready to work, helping Justin with, reads and all that kind of stuff. So I think it was a collaborative effort with those two. And I think they do generally care for each other. And it's cool to see that in the quarterback room at such a highly competitive, position. So, they've been really, leading the charge in that aspect of the team component of it. So it's been a lot easier for everyone else.
That's dope. All right, well, let's get back to you, man. Even with y'all bouncing between quarterbacks and trying to figure that out, you're already so close to surpassing your stats from last year. So what's working so well for you?
Yeah, well, first last year sucked, but I got hurt a little. I got hurt a little bit last year, so I don't really go too much of those stats. It is funny, like in my mind, where it's like, okay, I only missed 5 games last year, but I'm almost beating those stats this year. But it's been cool. It's been cool to be in this offense with Art. He's put me in situations to win. Because obviously, we run the ball a bunch. That's what we're built off of, and I think he's brought in the right mentality to the receivers, the tight ends, to buy into that culture. Understanding that if we block and do our assignments, it's going to only make it easier for us to get open in the passing game. And so I think that's been really good for us. You just got to continue to evolve, and like I said, like. We're really excited for the upcoming stretch of the season. So we're going to need big time moments and big time players to step up. So I'm excited to be in that position this year.
Yeah, of course. And just like you just said, y'all just got you a nice upgrade, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Facts.
Yes, sir.
I mean, fresh. Probably didn't even touch down in Pittsburgh yet.
Fresh.
Probably driving up right now.
Yeah, me and him were actually just texting. So I'm super excited for him to be a part of the team and. A big play threat outside with GP. Line those two up and let's see what they run.
Let's see what happens.
It's exciting. I mean, even just speaking to obviously the quarterback situation, but I mean, I feel like all you guys at each skill position are thriving. Like obviously you at tight end, or Najee's having a career year. I think GP's coming alive, like you said, and Mike Dub. People similar to what Nuke is doing with Kansas City. I think people. Low-key just forgot who he was for the Chargers.
Shout out to Nuke.
Yeah, shout out to Nuke.
Shout out to Nuke. I was in Buffalo Wild Wings cheesing, boy. I was like, yes.
But bro, Mike Dub is a dude. Like he's not no, you know what I'm saying? Like he's a dude that can be a game changer. And obviously you got 2 guys now. You can deep ball threats. Like just talk about. I mean, obviously, what excites you about y'all's offense right now?
Yeah, I think we're all just clicking. I think we trusted the process. They're obviously going to be growing pains and stuff like that. So. We were able to handle that, not get too worried or up and down or anything like that. And then we're kind of seeing it continue to grow. And I think we're all making big plays. Russ has come in and, putting the ball in position for us to go get it. And I think it's been great for everyone to showcase what they can do and stuff. And GP's got to keep playing the way he's been playing. And I think the biggest thing is such a long season. So we got to, be consistent. So that's the biggest thing. And I think, we're seeing a lot of growth in the O-line and the run game. And we've been mixing and matching a bunch just because of injuries and stuff. So, we'll be fine. We're getting a lot of guys healthy. So we'll hopefully continue to grow.
But before we move on to a couple hot takes, talk about what is it like having a defense? Because as an offensive player, you don't play defense. But, it's got to feel good to know, like you got them on the other side kind of holding you down,
Yeah, it's been awesome. I think, the past couple of years, we've been relying on our defense to score. And to win us games, and it's helpful to have our defense win games for us, but as us allowing to put points on the board ourselves. So like we're putting points up, they're getting stops, they're taking the ball away. It's been special teams is making plays, so I think it's just been wicked cool to be a part of a team so far that's collectively helping each other to win games and other sides of the ball, stepping up when needed at most. So it's been awesome, man.
Well, you plan to get some Hall of Famers. How is it? Just give me the stories about practice. Because, bro, you go on it. I know you own some pulling blocks. You never say you got to set the edge. So, like, how's it going against TJ?
The thing is, so, we can't, we're not going to chip our teammates, or we can't, so
facts, yeah. You got to keep
we're
it cool.
running plays in practice where we're not going to chip TJ. First of all, everyone's always going to chip TJ regardless. And if you don't, good luck. But so we're running plays in practice that, we're not chipping TJ and stuff. So he can wreck some practices for sure, which, it's good for both ends.
He's different, bro. He's different. Let's get to a last question on the team. You have a funniest player? We always ask that too. I'm curious. Is that who? Maybe we already know, but who's like the funny locker room guy?
No, I have no idea who it could possibly be.
Deshaun Elliott's up there, so he's funny, dude. I think there's a lot of funny dudes. Deshaun Elliott's up there.
That thing he did in the game must be on brand. The thing that went viral of him pointing, bro, against the Jets.
Oh yeah. He's funny. Najee's funny, man. He's hilarious. GP's funny in a different way, which is there's a lot of funny.
Yeah, I'm already knowing. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's jump into fashion. Y'all see the shirt. Y'all see the drip. You see the drip, man. First of all, our friends over at GLD sent you over some pendants to rock Penn State and rock the Steelers for the rest of the season. Do you believe in the mindset of you look good, you play good? Absolutely.
Definitely believe in that mindset.
Are you when you think about pregame fits, do you get into it, or are you kind of chilling, like you wearing team issue gear? Like, it's different things for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, bro. If you pull up pregame with team issue gear, you can't tell me you believe it look good, play good.
Nah,
yes, he do. Yes, he do. That boy pull up with a jumpsuit. Yeah, he pull up with a jumpsuit with a Steelers logo on it. What?
I do. But
oh my God!
There's times where I step out in a suit. It was a primetime game or something, but I believe in if you look good and you dress comfy, then you play good.
Okay, wait. Look, you could be comfy next game, man.
I'll wear a Rolex with sweatpants. I'll absolutely do that.
Okay, well, next time you gonna have Rolex sweatpants and your GLD pendant.
And my GLD pendant. Shout out GLD. Big time.
Shout out GLD.
Care
shout
package.
Out GLD. Come on, shout out GLD. All right, last couple, bro. Then we get you up out of here. Y'all got the Commanders coming up. One, how you feel about the game? Obviously, they have resurged their entire organization. And, similar to, like I said, it should be a competitive game. Just how you feel going to the game.
Yeah, man, they're a really good team. Jaden Daniels making all the headlines, hell of a quarterback. We feel confident on offense. As a team, really, and they're a good team, but we're a good team too. So we have a lot of confidence right now. They're really good at the linebackers, number 4, number 54, really good for them. Bobby Wagner's obviously a vet, so he's been around. They got a really good safety in Jeremy Chin. So, we got our hands full for sure. So, good D-line. So, we're looking forward to it.
One, I think just talking about, obviously, you've emerged as one of the guys at tight end position. If you could rank, just in your mind right now, top 5 tight ends in the game, who would you put?
Kittle, number 1. Kittle, number 1.
I wasn't expecting Kittle 1.
I'd put Kelsey at 3.
You just gonna skip over 2?
I don't know. I'm thinking about I don't know if I put him at 2 or 3.
Bro doing blind rankings by himself.
I thought he was saving it for himself.
I was saying it for myself, just trying to think out loud. But
I thought he was saving. Look, you can put yourself at 2.
All right, I'm gonna go. All right, I'll go Kittle 1. I'll go Kelsey 2. I'll go.
We scared him out of it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of solid tight ends here. That's the thing.
Hey, Darien, he thinking about that national tight end group chat. they gonna screen record it so I'm 6, huh? I'm not even top 5, bro. That's what we thinking about.
Honestly, dude, there's I'll give a shout out. There's a bunch of shout outs.
Yeah, look at that. He's like,
Tucker
damn, he's
Kraft's
right.
Been balling. Barry McBride's been balling. Sam Laporta. Shout out Mike Gesicki. He's been balling in Cincy.
Yes.
Hopefully not against us. The Joku's been balling. There's been a bunch of tight ends. Ferguson and Dallas are really good. So there's been a bunch of tight ends. I don't know if I said Tucker Kraft from Green Bay's been balling. So
look, you played it cool.
Honestly, you didn't say Kyler Pitts. You didn't say Kyle Pitts either.
Kyle Pitts has been balling. Yeah, he's been balling.
Look, there is a lot to name, bro. Speaking to
Conklin.
Conklin is.
Bro, do you feel like y'all have? We think about like fraternities in the league? You feel like y'all have the closest position group amongst like different teams?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so. I think, I just feel like all the tight ends are very similar. Like we're just, I don't know. I feel like we're like when we get together at tight end U, it's everyone's just like it's just the boys hanging out. I think it's just
bro. The tight ends gotta stick together. Every team I've
That's
ever
right.
played on, the tight ends always got shunned. It's like they was too fast to be with the linemen, but one fast enough to be with the receivers. We was like, bro, go over there. And it was always like two of them, so they ended up hanging up with the fullbacks. Like, and the tight ends was always interesting,
Facts.
especially like you had to do conditioning. You know, they got to run with the big skills, but they was faster than us. I'm like, bro, what are you doing?
Facts.
Tight ends was weird. Tight ends was like a hybrid.
All right, last one. Speak to tight end U. Obviously, people see it, but I feel like it's dope. Like I said, what you said across the league, I feel like y'all. I don't know if any other position could do. I feel like tight ends don't have any egos. You know, I feel like y'all are selfless. Everybody's cool. But speak to tight end U.
Yeah, man. Tight end U is great. It's obviously, Kittle, Kelsey, and Olsen put in a hell of an event. They got awesome sponsors there. They set up a bunch of, fun little events for us to do. The work is real. The classroom, you definitely pick up a bunch of stuff. The field work is cool just to kind of see how the guys move, how they get out of breaks, what they do in their game that you can put in your game. It's been wicked cool just kind of to meet guys across the league. Always playing against, a dude that you have respect for, have you met? I think it's cool, obviously, just a lot of different backgrounds in the league, just kind of meeting guys and, seeing that. So it's been great.
Well, look, bro.
That's dope, man.
Cool.
Thank you for coming on to the show, bro.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for having. Wish you the best of luck the rest of the way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Steelers. Throw them towels,
Yes,
yellow
appreciate it,
towels,
guys.
you know
Thank you for
what I'm
having me on. It's been great.
Yeah. Let's try to
And
keep
then,
Mike out of them black forces. Keep him happy.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Goat Farm Show. We appreciate you guys. And I would like to say, look, this is about the players for the people. So hopefully you enjoy another episode. I'm Darien Richard, joined by
AJ Green.
and we'll see y'all next week.